Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. So today it's going to be a garden vlog, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to test your soil for nitrogen, potash, and phosphorus to see if your soil needs to be amended with any sort of soil amendments to help balance out all those different nutrients and all that stuff. We actually have already done a pH test using a digital meter. We do have a digital pH meter, and it said that we were at 6.8-ish in the pH. And I'm going to show you guys how to do all of the different tests today. I'm going to take you guys along with me. And yeah, so if you guys are interested in learning how to test your soil to see what nutrients it's lacking and what needs to be amended with, then just keep on watching. Alrighty, so this is the Rapid Test Soil Tester. It looks like this. It's from Luster Leaf, and it comes with 10 different tests. And it comes with the pH chart test, and then nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash. And you actually test them differently. So actual nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash, it is a little bit different. You have to dig about 4 inches below the surface, fill a clean jar with 1 part soil, 5 parts water, shake it for at least a minute, and then allow the mixture to settle for about 10 minutes, and then you remove the caps from the tube and do all the testing. So it has all the instructions right here for you guys, and I will go ahead and do step-by-step process with you guys, take you kind of along with me, and we're gonna see where our soil is at today. So each location that you're going to plant in, meaning each bed, needs to be tested separately because each bed is filled with different vegetables and fruits and will strip the soil of different nutrients. So each individual bed needs to be tested separately. This is our hoop house, and basically all you need to do is dig about 4 inches down. Go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, then we take that soil and we're going to fill up a 4th cup. Just like that. And we're going to pour it into a mason jar. And then I have it labeled on the side, greenhouse, which means it's the hoop house. That way I know where I'm taking the soil from. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go ahead and add the 5 parts of water to this. Now we do have a reverse osmosis machine here in our house, so I am making water right now. It is a pretty slow process, but I do have enough water here to add into the jar. So I'm going to fill 5 of these same size cup that I scooped out the soil with, and I'm going to add them to the jar. Alrighty, so now we're just going to go ahead and sit here and shake this for a minute straight. Now we let it sit for 10 minutes. Alright, so this has been sitting now for 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start the testing. This is the test tube. You remove the capsules from them, and then you go ahead and fill the tube to the 4th line up here with, that's 4th, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, to the 4th line. With the water, but you don't want to disturb the sediment, so you just want to kind of dip it in there and then fill it up with water to the 4th line, and then go ahead and add the capsule. So you don't want to disturb that soil that's gone to the bottom of the jar. Now. So I filled it, and I'm going to dump a little bit out till it's to the 4th line, right about there. And then I'll go ahead and test phosphorus first. So you're just going to break this capsule open and dump it inside of the tube with the water. So now the solution is in the tube, and we're going to shake it up real good. Make sure it's all nice and mixed, and then those chunks are perlite. That's not the mixture. And then we're going to go ahead and let it sit for another 10 minutes and let the color develop. So I have shook them all up, and now I'm just sitting here and waiting the 10 minutes to let the colors develop. So our soil test is done now. It's been I've let it sit for about 30 minutes. And this is our nitrogen, our phosphorus, and our potash. So the nitrogen, I definitely say is on the very low side. The phosphorus, I'd say, is also on the very low side. And our potash, I'd say, is on the low side. So we have lots of amending that we need to do to the soil. So we went ahead and we tested our other bed for the same nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash. And we found that the nitrogen is actually in the medium to high range for this bed. And then also the phosphorus is very low to low. And that the potash was also very low to low. So we got a bunch of amendments that we're going to add to the soil. I'll go ahead and show you exactly what we are going to add and what exactly it's going to help regulate. So here are all the different soil amendments that we are getting for our beds. Now ideally we would like to order like a ton of yards of compost and soil and get those into our beds and re-amend them that way, but unfortunately right now we don't have the cash, we don't have the extra cash flow for that right now, so we are kind of doing with what we have. So for right now we're just doing what we can with the extra cash that we have to amend the bed. So what we're going to do is we're going to add these garden tone herb and vegetable food to help amend the NPK that we're lacking right now on the beds. This right here is natural organic earthworm castings, and we're applying this to the beds for nematode control, and then those compost bags over there we're adding just to help add some organic material. And I'm not a huge fan of Miracle-Gro. Like, I'm actually not a fan at all of Miracle-Gro, but the reason why we decided to choose Miracle-Gro out of all the other brands at Home Depot is because unfortunately a lot of the brands now at Home Depot are using fillers for their compost, and basically it's just wood pulp that it's like literally 70% wood pulp and like 20% soil, and then the rest is like, perlite and other things. So I'm not wasting my money anymore on soil from Home Depot because of the fact that it's just filler. Most of the soil is filler now. So this Miracle-Gro soil is actually pretty good. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. It's not mostly wood chips, so that's why we got that. And then all of these extra plant foods right here, we're going to add this to the soil to help increase the beneficial foods and bacteria and all those good things that help your plants grow big and healthy. For the other things we've just got some iron, we've got Dr. Earth, all-purpose fertilizer, another tomato and vegetable fertilizer. It's just a bunch of fertilizers we have around the garden. And then we also have bone meal, which is going to help with the phosphorus. That's where we're at right now. I'm going to go ahead and amend all the beds with these this week, and then we will be planting our winter veggies. Our winter veggies are right here. They are, as you guys can tell, they are ready to go into the garden. And we just added a bunch of our own potash to the soil on this side. And I'm going to go ahead and pull these tomatoes out. I'm going to let those peppers go for a little bit longer, get these tomatoes out of the greenhouse, and then start amending. Oh, and also there was one thing I didn't mention that we added to the soil, and that was just some chicken oyster shell. So the reason why we did that was because we've had this one for quite a bit, and there was some mice that got into the area, and they kind of peat all inside of it, so instead of throwing it away, we're just going to spread it along the garden because it's not quick release like a lime powder would be, like a Dolomite lime. So this is like a slow release calcium, which is really good. Good. Alrighty, so now that we have amended all of that good stuff in the soil, we are now just chicken proofing the area, just making sure none of the chickens can get into the area before we put all of our veggies in there. You know, and that's just making sure that we don't plant all of our beautiful seedlings and then they get all eaten up by the chickens, because that has happened to us many times in the past. So yeah, if you guys like this video and you learned something and you're gonna go test your soil, leave me some comments below. Let me know how it went for you, what you're doing to amend your soil, and if you'd like to be and have not already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.